Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. Today is January 14th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far today. I will be using I think it's the Goddess Oracle deck, which looks like this. Okay, for some of you guys who maybe want to look for this on Amazon or maybe purchase it for yourself for your own personal reasons. But yeah, I will be using that Oracle deck for today just to see what messages you guys might need to know. Even if you are divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't really matter. My messages are gender neutral, so it doesn't even matter if what gender, you decide. It's all about energy. So some of us who are feminine, we have masculine energy as well. And some of us who are masculine, we have feminine energy as well too. So it's just about learning how to balance both, especially when it comes to duality. Okay, so I'm going to pull some messages from the Goddess Oracle deck just to see what you guys might need to know for today, because today is January 14th. Again, some of the messages may resonate, it may not, but I will be using this deck and I will also be using charms as well with the message. So let's see what comes out for today. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 14th? That almost fell or flew out. Interesting. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 14th? What do they need to know for January 14th, please? What does the collective need to know for January 14th at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time for January 14th? What guidance can you give them, and what do they need to know at this time? Please protect and guide the collective whenever they see this video. Thank you. Okay, so Excel is the first card, and I hope I'm saying this right. Maybe I'm not. I might be butchering it. But this is the first card that came out, okay? It says, I embrace change and reflect inner beauty, okay? So for some of you guys, when it comes to reflecting change, or even when it comes to your inner beauty, maybe your inner beauty is what's helping reflect change for other people, or you allow people to reflect in their selves. So this is giving like hermit mode energy. There's something about your inner beauty where you guys are maybe someone who's very introverted, or maybe you like to keep to yourself, and that could be something that used to bother a lot of people. Now for some of you guys, maybe you just don't care, okay, which is understandable. You don't care what other people think about you. You don't care how people perceive you. As long as you're happy and as long as you found your inner peace, that's all that matters. A lot of people don't realize that inner peace looks different for everybody, and how you have your inner peace may not look the same for somebody else. So there is something about the energy too, where you could be dealing with, a lot of energies around you, where you guys could be showing up as someone who has a lot of inner peace. You're not here for the drama. You're not here for, mind games, or, people trying to mentally manipulate and do all this foolishness. You don't have time for that. Okay, so people pleasing is out of the question. We're not people pleasing anymore. We're basically focusing our energy on ourselves. And unfortunately, as adults, if we are all adults and we understand that as adults, we all go through certain things, we all have our days where, we're busy, we're tired. There's something about family and friends where you guys could be dealing with people from the past as well, where they cannot understand why you would rather be alone. They don't understand why you would rather be in isolation, okay? And the truth is, unfortunately, coming from the collective, and I understand as, someone part of the collective, is that people are annoying, okay, guys? I'm sorry, it's true, but people can be very annoying, and especially if you're somebody who likes to be by yourself or keep to yourself, it's not like you're being disrespectful. You're not killing anybody. You're not harming anybody. You just like to be alone, okay? This could be about you reading, journaling, meditating. Whatever it is that you do to keep yourself grounded is very significant, okay? And you could have other people judging you on how you ground yourself. Now, those who are judging you how you ground yourself, maybe they need to take a page out of your book and learn to ground themselves as well, okay? A lot of times people don't realize this, but if we're all adults and you're an adult watching another adult and how they accomplish their journey, That's weird. Okay, that's weird behavior. I'm sorry. That is just weirdo behavior. Okay, if you are looking at an adult, say you've lived your life, you've done what you needed to do, and you're looking at someone younger than you and being mad at them and at how they carry on in their journey, I don't know what to say, but that is the most weirdest behavior I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's called monitoring spirits as well. Okay. So again, it's one thing to be concerning about someone's, well being. And the way to go about that is asking them, hey, are you okay? Is everything good with you? And if they say yes, then move forward. That's it. That's all you wanted to know. That's all you need to know. But someone who's a monitoring spirit, they will watch what you do. They will watch what you say. They will watch what you buy, what you purchase, what you this, what you that. They'll watch everything that you do because they haven't done the inner healing themselves. Okay, so for some of you guys embrace inner change. Okay, you guys embrace inner beauty that allows your physical reality to show up the same way as you. Okay, so there's a reason why I channeled that message too, because every generation is different. But that's like me looking at at another younger generation and saying to them, why do you protest the way that you do? Why do I care? It's the fact that you guys are even protesting is a benefit. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that it's all about perspective. Okay, it's like people will look at your situation and cast judgment on what they think you should do because they didn't do their inner work. Okay, and a lot of people need to stop projecting, insecurities on other people. Okay, you guys can understand this because you guys are the collective, but you guys also understand that the only way for you to have peace and be grounded in your life is removing yourself from people, places, and things that don't bring growth to you. Okay, for some of you guys could be in situations where it's dead. Okay, there's no growth, nothing is growing there anymore. It's almost like the energy is dead because whoever is in that energy, they don't see themselves as someone who can grow. So when you look at yourself as someone who can't grow, then of course your environment is not going to grow either. But when you have that mental stability where you can say to yourself, even if I don't have what I want right now, I know that I deserve better, or you have ambition, then of course things are going to grow around you. Okay, but if you have that negative, low vibrational mindset where you watch what other people are doing, you gossip about what other people are doing, but then you sit at home and you don't do anything, it's almost like, how can you watch what someone else is doing when, you're not doing the inner work yourself? So yeah, projection could be very significant, okay? Atira, it says, with every step I take, I'm connected to earth energy. So yeah, like I said, you guys are connected to the earth. You guys are grounding yourself, okay? You guys are people who can ground yourself, okay? And that could be something that bothers other people in your energy where, you don't need a lot of friends. You don't need a lot of people to be in your energy. For some of you guys, as dark as it sounds, you guys can die alone, okay? You were born alone, you can die alone, okay? For those who cannot be alone, you need to do that inner work. Okay. There's something about fear, maybe, or anxiety that could be coming up in your energy that maybe you need to work on when it comes to learning to be alone and being okay with being alone. Okay. That could be something that you guys are either working on, or maybe you might know somebody who could be, trying to work on that. But nothing is wrong with being alone, and as well, nothing is wrong with having human interaction. It's called balance. Okay, but for some of you guys could be very particular with who you allow in your energy and who you want in your energy. Okay, so Asteria, it says, I light my own path and find a way through the darkness. So yeah, like I said, some of you guys could be trailblazers, okay, creating your own path, okay, starting your own legacy, or, creating your own inheritance, okay? But whatever it is that you guys are doing, you guys are creating your own pathway, okay? So if other people before you created a pathway, unfortunately, that pathway that they created, it worked for them, but it didn't work for you, okay? And because it didn't work for you, you're finding different ways to create your own pathway that doesn't just only work for you, but works for other people, okay? So if it's an older generation, when it comes to millennials, Gen Zs, Gen X, there's something about the energy where For some of you guys, there's that energy where the other energy, so boomers could be saying to millennials, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be this, be that, okay? When in actuality, it shouldn't be about that. It should be do what makes you happy, okay? Not what society wants you to do to benefit their pockets. Okay, do what benefits you, do what makes you happy. So if you don't want to be a lawyer just because your family said to become a lawyer, some of you guys could be stepping away from those societal norms, okay, or those societal constraints. Okay, but Aaron Hood or Aaron Hod. I hope I'm saying that, but if not, it says my thoughts manifest my reality. So again, like I said, releasing people, places, and things, okay, that no longer serves you. Staying away from people who are low vibrational, because again, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest right now, you don't want people in your energy who are negative, okay, or low vibrational, or have doubts, okay, because again, if you are around people who are doubting your gifts or talents or skills, unfortunately, that's them projecting, okay? You don't want people around you that are like that. You don't want people who don't support your success. You want people around you who, if you have an idea or if you have something that comes to mind, they're still going to support you. They're going to be realistic, but they're still going to support you no matter what. They're going to tell you, hey, these are the things that could possibly happen, but I still support you along the way no matter where you go, okay? Some people don't do that, right? Some people, you could have friends, family, neighbors, whoever in your community, they see the inner work, they see the type of work that you're trying to do, but they would still rather trigger you than do their own inner work. Okay, so for some of you guys, like I said, you guys are creating your own realities. You guys are building your own reality when it comes to building your own communities, building your own family, building people around you or building people up around you who you would love to see be successful, okay, and not withholding information or withholding, things that could help them. Right? So a lot of times people think that because they have a lot of money or they have certain material things, they think that, they're the best or they know it all. And sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's just about you being able to manifest your desires, whether you have the material stuff or not. Okay? Being a good person. Okay? Treating people how you want to be treated. Okay? So obviously not playing mind games with people or trying to manipulate people or, using people who are really nice and, trying to gain something from that. You guys are learning to, protect yourself and your boundaries. Okay, so this one is Guan Yin. It says, I treat everyone I meet with compassion and empathy. Okay, the same thing I was talking about. Okay, treating people the way you want to be treated. Okay, is very significant. So if you have people in your energy who are trying to bully you, like I said, low vibrational energy where they think that what they're doing to you is actually working or they think it's benefiting them, that's not even the case, okay? At the bottom, we have I nurture myself and others by showing care and gratitude. Okay, so that's very significant. Heket could be very significant as well. A life's crossroads I wield my power of courage or with courage. So for some of you guys, fire is very significant. You guys are trailblazing. You guys are lighting that pathway for other people or lighting a pathway for yourself, okay? But when it comes to helping other people, you are basically putting yourself in a position where you do not want to feel the way that other people made you feel, basically. So even when you try to be your authentic self, meaning say you're introverted and you like to be alone or keep to yourself, or maybe you don't like to talk all the time, maybe you'll just talk when you're spoken to. Okay, some of you guys could, say hi or hello or, how are you? Just to be cordial and just to be nice. Now you guys are releasing that. You guys are not doing that anymore, especially when it comes to past energies that don't respect respect you and how you show up for yourself. Okay. For some of you guys are just releasing that and letting go. So again, if you guys closed out certain chapters, release certain chapters, I did mention that the full moon, you could have felt like little increments, of leftover pieces still left behind. With this new moon showing up, you guys, when it comes to this energy, whatever doors you guys close, they cannot come back from that. Like the doors close. There's no coming back from that. They can't come back from that. It doesn't matter if they apologize. It doesn't matter what they do or say. They can't come back from that. Okay. So again, you guys are showing up as someone who's very courageous. Vesta, I let the generosity of my spirit warm those that I meet. So like I said, being very particular on, who you allow in your energy and who you want in your energy could be very significant at this time. Okay. So for some of you guys, the initials M is very significant. Maybe you guys have the initials M in your name. There is something about unicorns that are very significant when it comes to being different, okay? For some of you guys could feel like a unicorn in your environment or in your energy. For some of you, you may feel like, you're different. Okay, you may feel different. You may feel like other people may not understand you because of your differences, or you may feel like you understand people more on a very deep level, but other people are very quick to cast judgment on you or quick to make, statements about you. But again, like I said, for those of you that are growing or, moving into a new energy, a lot of people who knew the past you, they knew you when you were younger. They don't know you as an adult because why? They didn't take the time to get to know you as an individual. Okay? They only saw what they saw. They only made assumptions about what they think or who they think you are, but they never really got to know you guys. And that is why you guys are releasing and letting go people, because why is it that the collective is able to understand people on a very deep level? Or why is it that the collective is very good at understanding the closest people to them, but a stranger understands the collective more than their own family and friends? You guys get what I'm saying, right? So take what resonates with that when it comes to your uniqueness, stepping into that uniqueness, being proud of your uniqueness. The color purple is very significant when it comes to crown chakra energy, knowing that you guys are unique and you guys are not changing for anybody else, because again, how you show up for yourself, that's how God made you. And if people cannot appreciate you being authentic, then that's something that they need to work on when it comes to themselves as well. Okay, a lot of times people don't understand that, but once you've done the inner work or the inner healing and you know who you are as an individual or as a person, other people's opinions and thoughts and how they feel about you, it doesn't really matter. Okay, it doesn't really matter to you. Okay, because you know how the universe made you, you know how God made you, you know who you are. You know who you are when you're around people that you authentically care about. So you couldn't care less what a stranger or, what a family member or what someone thinks about you because they think they know you. Okay? Again, claws could be very significant when it comes to crabs. Okay, so crabs could be very significant when it comes to, being close to the ocean, or water could be very significant. Okay, being close to water may resonate for some of you guys. Okay, and then we also have here this reminds me like of a church when you see the tinted glass. Somebody could work with tinted glass, or there's something about religion, or there's something about spirituality, or, moving forward when it comes to your beliefs. Okay. So some of you guys, when it comes to your beliefs, believing in yourself could be very significant. Or, when it comes to your beliefs, like I said, maybe you didn't have people around you who, believed what it is that you're trying to build, or just believing in you, okay? Or having faith or trust in you, okay? For some of you guys, you may not realize this, but you guys were divinely guided to come here, especially if it's a family dynamic. You guys were actually divinely guided to come here to help a family situation. And if they were not willing to heal or grow within that family dynamic, there's something about you guys stepping away from that, because some of you guys could be tired of being a therapist, right, for your family members or friends and things like that. Because again, why is it that, like I said, you guys could be around people where, even if you don't go to church, or maybe if you're not super, super religious, unfortunately, you guys were gifted, okay? You guys were given the gift, and that could bother a lot of people, okay? It can bother a lot of people who don't have that gift. Okay, they wonder or question why you. Okay, but who cares? There's a reason why you have that gift. People who are egotistical, people who are cocky, people who are greedy, money hungry, okay, money driven, especially, or using people for their advantages, meaning that, say you guys are older and you have kids, you as a parent, you would never use your kids, okay? But you have people out there who will use their kids, meaning as soon as their kid or, someone that they take care of, as soon as they get a job, it's you need to pay this, you need to do this, you need to do that, right? So some people have kids just so that they can use their kids. Okay, some people don't love their kids genuinely and authentically. Okay, and some of you guys can feel that energy when it comes to certain people that you're around. And it doesn't even have to be family, it could be friends too, where you guys could be your authentic self and you can tell when people don't deserve your energy. Okay, they don't deserve your light, they don't deserve your energy. People are users, okay? They either used you because of the knowledge and the information that you had, and instead of learning from you and saying to themselves, you know what, I enjoy the collective, I enjoy how they teach me these things, let me learn for myself. Instead, they used you guys. They used your kindness, they used your weakness, they used everything about you because they knew that you guys were nice, because they knew that you guys were giving. And now you guys are in this energy where you're saying that no more. Okay, you're no longer allowing people, places, and things to stop you from, moving forward what your heart desires, okay? So yeah, even when it comes to cultural differences, even when it comes to differences of opinions, you guys don't care about what people think anymore. You guys are moving forward where if it fulfills you, if it makes you happy, or if it brings a lot of positivity or a lot of light and energy, you guys are moving towards that, okay? You guys are no longer being around people who, this pick me energy. That's another thing too before I end this reading. Some of you guys could have been around a lot of people too where, you could mind your business and you can allow people to be in their energy and be in the environment that they're comfortable in. But unfortunately, when it comes to you, everybody wants to be in your energy, but a lot of people can't respect your boundaries in space or, respect you for who you are. And that is something that you guys are dealing with, or you guys have dealt with, or you guys have worked through. And, you guys are releasing that energy. And for some of you guys, be proud of yourself. Okay, for some of you guys who felt like you had to be there for certain people who are not there for you, be proud of yourself for putting yourself first. Okay, nothing is wrong for putting yourself first, especially if it's a family dynamic where you guys were giving, especially where you did not need to give. Okay, so this could be giving time, energy, and money where you did not have to do that. Okay, just because you share a space with somebody does not necessarily mean you have to be in their energy. And I think a lot of people are misunderstanding that, especially when it comes to home environments, family, workplaces, okay, especially workplaces. Okay, some people think that because you work with them, they feel obligated that you need to talk to them. And it's like, I'm literally here to do a job. For some of you guys are just paid to do your job and go home. Okay, you don't care to get to know anybody. You don't care to, be at the potlucks. You don't care because at the end of the day, we're focused on a main goal. Okay, this is about wanting more for ourselves, more stability, more freedom. Okay, those who are stuck in the matrix, those who want to be stuck in the matrix, they don't understand what you're trying to build right now. They don't understand that you're trying to have freedom in your life. Just because they conformed to what society wanted them to conform in doesn't necessarily mean that you have to conform that way either. Some of us do conform because we have to survive, okay? At the end of the day, we're forced to work because we need money to pay our bills, okay? We need money to survive, unfortunately, okay? But when you go to other countries or when you go other places, you realize that they don't have to survive the same way we survive. Okay, so take what resonates with that when it comes to, the energies around you, who you want in your energy, who you allow in your energy, and who's beneficial to you. You guys have to start thinking about those things, because if it's making your vibration low, meaning that you're always negative, meaning you're always constantly arguing, you're always constantly fighting, there's always this competition, between you and whoever this energy is, Spirit is saying to release that and let it go. If people want to compete with you or, fight for number one, let them. Okay, let them fight for a spot. Let them, okay? Because for you, you don't have to fight for attention. You don't have to fight to be wanted. You don't have to fight to be loved. Your energy just exudes that already. And that is something that people could be upset or jealous about you. That is why I say to you guys, always protect your energy no matter where you are. No matter if it's a job, no matter if it's family, no matter if it's friends, even if it's unseen. Protect your energy no matter what, at all cost, okay? Because people will see your light and they will try to use that against you. Okay, guys, so like I said, you guys have a lot of compassion. You guys have a lot of generosity. You guys have a lot of light. But at the same time, please, please, please be careful of who you allow that light to be tampered with, who you allow in your energy and who you want in your energy. Not everybody who smiles in your face is actually good for you, okay? Not everybody who helps you wants to help you. A lot of times, guys, people help you so that they can throw it back into your face and said, look what I did, okay? I helped the collective, okay? A lot of times people do things because they want to throw it back in your face, and that is why I'm saying to you guys, protect your energy and put yourself first, okay? You will know who in your energy deserves your time and respect, okay? You guys will know. It doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter how young they are. Respect goes both ways. And for some of you guys are teaching a lot of people that, because a lot of people assume that because they have a lot of money or because they've been on this earth a long time, that you have to give them that respect. And you don't have to do anything. Okay? You don't have to. Okay? Respect is not given, it's earned. Okay? And some people need to understand that in order to receive respect from different people, walks of life, you have to earn it. Okay? Meaning, if I meet you for the first time or if I'm around you, if I don't like you, I don't have to respect you. Okay? Even if I don't like you, I can still respect you. So that could be something that you guys are working on or dealing with when it comes to people, places, and things. Protecting your energy, protecting who you have in your energy, who you allow in your energy is very significant at this time, guys. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we're stepping into Aquarius season, and Aquarius season talks about innovations, okay? It talks about building things, growing, community, okay? Social media, social networking, things like that, okay? Air placements. So that is why I'm saying to you guys, please, please, please protect your energy and please protect yourself, okay, guys? And also be proud of yourself, of how far you guys have come when it comes to your journey, okay? Don't allow anybody to deteriorate you from your growth, okay? Don't allow anyone to stop you from your growth, okay? Be confident in yourself and know that you guys are moving forward and know that you guys are on the right path, despite what the energy feels like and despite what other people make you feel like. Okay, guys? Anyways, I'm going to stop it here. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you guys for supporting my channel and what it is that I'm building at this time and my page. And like I said, guys, continue to trailblaze your energy out there. You guys are amazing and, you guys are meant to be here. All right, guys? So I'll see you next time. Love you guys and have a good one. Bye.